So you are not stuck because you are weak. No. You are stuck because you are smart, emotionally. Emotionally stuck. That's why you're emotionally smart. That's why you're stuck. Let me explain. Your nervous system figured out how to meet deep emotional needs, but in a dysfunctional way. That's why you're stuck. And now it has learned to protect you with a pattern that feels familiar to you, even though it's destroying your life, even though it's destroying your future. This is familiar. This is home. So every time you ghost your goals, every time you lash out on someone that, on the wrong person, someone that has done nothing to you, or shut down when things get real, that is not failure. That is loyalty. It is loyalty to a hidden strategy, an emotional strategy, an emotional need strategy. I tell you this, I have coached people at all levels, high performers, healers, parents, teachers, name them, leaders. And all people have one thing in common. They self-sabotage, not because they don't want to change. They self-sabotage because change threatens the way they have been meeting the emotional needs. Change threatens the way they have been meeting their needs. This is why people don't change. And here is the secret. Every human being is driven by 6 human needs. They are not goals, they are not desires, they are needs. They are not nice to haves. No, they are primal needs, primal codes. The first code is called certainty. Certainty. Certainty is the need to feel safe, to feel sure of yourself, to feel grounded, to feel in control. The second need is the need for variety. This is the need for change, for stimulation, for difference, for spice of life, for energy. And then there is significance, the need to feel important, the need to feel different and needed by others. And then love and connection. This is the need to belong, to bond, to be accepted, to connect. And then growth, the need to evolve, to expand. And contribution, the need to give beyond yourself. Right now, every action you're taking, good or bad, is serving one or more of the 6 human needs. Whether you like it or not, this is not a choice. The fact that you are alive, the fact that you're breathing, the fact that you're listening to me, you're meeting a need. The fact that you're on social media, the fact that you're online, you're meeting a need. And until you understand which needs are running your life, you continue to repeat the same patterns because you don't know why you do what you do. You continue to do the same things. You change your job. You change your partner. You change your clothes. But you stay trapped in the same loop, the same pattern. day in, day out with your new clothes. The same person in your new house. The same person with your new boyfriend. The same person in your new marriage. The same person. Now, let me show you what this looks like in real life. So, a woman stays in an emotionally abusive relationship, not because she's broken, but because it meets her need for certainty. She feels, when I'm alone out there, I'm not really sure of myself. So she knows, you see, in this abusive relationship, at least she knows what to expect. So it's meeting her need for certainty. A man sabotages his success every time he gets close to it because significance comes from being the victim. So if he's not a victim, then he is not as significant. So he doesn't know how to feel worthy unless he is suffering. And I've seen this so many times with some of my clients. When you're just about to break through, you find a way to mess everything. It's because you're looking for significance. And one that must come from suffering, because that's how your nervous system has been wired. And so you keep recycling, your life keeps going under a certain level that and a certain circle that never expands because you're looking for significance through suffering. Or maybe I can even give an example of a coach. A coach keeps creating content but never launches their coaching program because variety keeps them distracted. Variety keeps them distracted, and certainty keeps them safe from rejection. So they say, oh, I don't want to be rejected. And so certainty keeps them safe. Do you see it? So the pattern is in the problem. The way you meet your need is the problem. The way you're meeting your needs, the vehicle that you're using to meet your needs is the problem. And once you shift the strategy, you don't just change your behavior, you totally change your identity. This is where real change happens. You begin to change who you are. And you meet people and they cannot even begin to recognize, who is this guy? Because you've changed at identity level. Now, let's bring this home. Right now, I want you to take a deep breath. Hold it slowly out through the mouth. Yes, I want you to answer this. What is the one pattern? The pattern that you keep repeating, even though you say you want to change. Write it down. Be honest with yourself. What is that one pattern that you keep repeating, even though you say you want change? What is that pattern? Write it down. It could be overgiving. It could be procrastination. It could be addiction to chaos. It could be addiction to being liked. It could be fear of visibility. It could be people pleasing. Which one is it for you? Now, I want you to ask yourself, which emotional need is this behavior helping me meet? Which emotional need is this behavior or pattern helping me meet? Now, let's say you're stuck in perfectionism. Okay? That might meet your need for significance. You only feel valuable when you're flawless. You only feel valuable when things are perfect. If they are not perfect, why even waste your time? Or maybe you shut down in relationships. That might meet the need for certainty. Well, because it protects you from being vulnerable with someone, or it protects you from getting hurt. So you have the certainty that you're not going to get hurt. You see, it's so hard to prioritize certainty and fall in love at the same time. Okay? So when you help a client, let's say you are a coach. When you help a client uncover the need that is driving their pattern, you begin to reveal the logic behind their self-sabotage. You begin to reveal why they are still stuck, even though they have been singing the same song one year after the other for the last 1,000 years. They have seen 10 therapists, they have seen coaches, but they have never changed. And then you show up and you show them how to meet that need from a higher place. You show them how to fulfill the vehicle from a higher place. That's how you make the shift. And if you're a coach, maybe you can take some notes here. I'll give you a few steps you can use. Number one, identify the need that is driving their behavior. That's the first one. What is the need that drives their behavior? Number two, accept that the need is valid, but their strategy is outdated. Because they are human beings. God gave them the need. The need is valid, but their strategy is out. Step number three, design a new empowering behavior that meets the same need, but at a high level. For instance, take the need for significance. A client comes to you, their usual old strategy is playing small. So people don't expect so much from them, you see. So that's significance. So the new strategy is teaching what they have overcome and using their story to inspire others, you see. So they become significant through empowerment and through a positive vehicle. Make sense? Very good. So let's look at another need, certainty. Okay, the need for certainty. The client's old strategy could be they get certainty by avoiding risk, that they are risk averse. They never take, a risk. A new strategy would be building rituals or morning rituals that create inner safety, inner certainty. So you don't need external control. You need that inner control. And if you give them that inner control, that inner certainty, and they get, oh, I have control from within through meditation, through prayer, through whatever spiritual practice that you can give them. They have inner certainty that cannot be taken away from them. That is a sure certainty. Another one is connection. For instance, an old strategy for connection could be your client comes to you, they're always in a toxic relationship. Like that's how they connect. So toxic relationship, that's how they connect, or people pleasing. A new strategy, they learn to be vulnerable in relationships, especially with a community of aligned people. When they learn to be vulnerable, they become leaders. They learn to tell their story. They are connecting from within and they become leaders. because now from there, they can mirror what every soul desires. So you want to connect with a community of like-minded people. And that's why actually I created Destiny Life Coaching. That's why I ran the Malindi retreats to empower like-minded people. And there's one coming up. So please, if you're interested to join me in Malindi, be sure to reach me out on my WhatsApp and I'll connect you so you can connect with a community that is aligned with your dreams and goals. You can feel home and create an environment where you can meet all these needs. You can have certainty, significance, grow, love and connection, and contribution and variety. You can have all the needs met with just one group, I'm telling you. And that gives you such an amazing experience. You see, life is about experiences. Life is about experiences. Life is not about making money. You make money and then what? Yeah. If you make money, you need to create great experiences. So understand this, that the key is not to remove the need, because if you, that's actually lying to yourself. You can't remove the need. You're human and you have the needs. So there are human needs. So the key is to evolve the way you meet your needs. The key is to transform the way you meet your needs. Once you do that, you're home free. You're knocking at the door of fulfillment. Okay. Now, if you're looking for someone that you can assess your life and see where you are, maybe you've been on a journey. I don't know where you are. I don't know you, but I'm offering you an opportunity so you can lead a life of transformation and fulfillment. Question is, are you consciously meeting your needs or unconsciously meeting your needs? Okay. When you meet your need for love through guilt or guilt tripping people, you know, there are people guilt trip others so that they love them. People get hurt through your need for love. When you meet your need for certainty through control, your relationships suffer. And there are people who are suffering. There are people who've really caused havoc in this world because of the way they meet their needs. They're all over the place, staggering and stepping on people, even on their meals, because of these needs that have not been met. When you meet your need for significance through victimhood, your growth will die. You cannot grow by meeting the need for significance through victimhood. But when you learn to meet your needs through intelligently, you lead. You create instead of just consuming. You influence instead of attach. And as a coach, you coach from power. You coach from emotional precision. Not just passion. Emotional precision. You're not trying. No. Precision. And if this is something that you want activated in you, again, I'll leave a link there with me. We can break the patterns and build patterns that meet your needs in a powerful and healthy way. Thank you so much. Now, if you have a family member, someone you love, and maybe they don't know the way they've been living their life, they don't even know why they do what they do. Some of them are addicted to something, a behavior or drugs. I want you to forward them this video, because even addiction, all manner of addiction, is a way to meet a need. And I promise you I can help them. And so forward them this video. You have someone who's been in and out of rehab, forward them this video. Let me show them how they can meet their needs so that they don't have to be dependent on others that all the days of their life. They can reclaim their power and lead from a place of true certainty. And if you are a coach, this will make a difference for you to master how to facilitate deep level transformation and the kind that that sticks. So if you're a coach, please reach out to me and I'll connect you with the Destiny Life Coaching School so you can unlock these codes in people and help them to live a life of meaning. So you can shift their identity. Thank you so much and stay blessed. Be sure to share at least with 6 people in your inner circle because you're dealing with the 6 human needs. So 6 people in your inner circle that need this awareness. Please share with them and ask them for the feedback. Thank you and God bless.